I had one more thing to add after I slow down on making videos for a while. I was up all night and I'm really tired, so I'll just get to what I want to say. If you look at all the evidence for Satan, the only real evidence you have for Satan is the people carrying out his agenda. Now, let's think about symbolism for a minute. Where did symbolism come from? Who created geometric shapes? Who created numbers? Who created language? It wasn't Satan. It was the creator. That's literally why they called him the creator. He creates everything. Language, symbolism. So when you take this fact into account, you realize that there really is no satanic symbolism. You want to know why? Because Satan is very unoriginal. He basically stole everything from the ancients and corrupted it and poisoned it. And he took all these so-called satanic symbols and made you think they were evil. I mean, try to walk into a Sunday school church with an inverted cross painted on your head. They will fucking stone you. Well, if they could. But there is freedom of speech, so that's a good thing. And I do plan on going to my nearby church this Sunday and recording a little video just to expose their fake bullshit. That video will come in due time, because I plan on getting out in the real world a little bit more and, just witnessing these things for myself. I know what these preachers teach. You know, they teach you to be a good little slave, wake up in the morning at Sunday, on Sunday. You know, Sunday is the Sabbath, but it's not in the morning, it's at night. So Satan took and corrupted the Sabbath and used it as kind of a hamster wheel to generate electricity for the system. All the people who go to Sunday school, they pay their taxes. They worship the feminine Jesus. And they have these images of Christ. It even says in the Bible to make no images graven. And these fucking Sunday school people, they have crosses. So let's discuss the upright cross. Where did it come from? That Roman emperor or king or statesman or whatever. Now, let's analyze the word state. What does the word state mean? Well, let's break down the individual letters of the state. You have S-T-A-T-E. Now, the two T's represent two crosses. And they're gatekeeping the A. The A is anarchy. The E has an esoteric meaning as well, and it's a coiled snake. So you can get into why and how the state itself is the most cherished ornament of Satanism. If you look into Alice Bailey's 10-point plan, she was kind of like a servant of Helena Blavatsky. I'd just say a servant of Dracula. But I'm not disregarding these texts either, because Helena Blavatsky and Alice Bailey both had significant contributions to the occult, but they were white light Luciferians. Now, Satan means truth in Sanskrit. So if you look at the word Or if you look at what a Satanist is supposed to be someone who is truthful. A true Satanist should tell you the truth no matter how unpleasant it is. And a true Satanist will admit that God created Satan. A true Satanist is just someone who wants to understand Satan and his devices. It doesn't mean you worship Satan. And this is evidenced by their, adorning themselves with the inverted cross, paying humility to Christ. Satanism has been corrupted as well as Christianity. The Catholic Church corrupted both Satanism and Christianity. Satan is just another word for truth. He's not the truth, but Satan is a vital truth in understanding the dynamics of our world. Satan is indeed the truth, but he is not the creator. He was created by God, the creator. Satan is not a creator. He's a destroyer. He kills, steals, and destroys. Satan would not have any narratives if it wasn't for God. Satan simply took the truth of God and twisted it and made it his own. The only evidence for Satan we have is the people who adhere to his doctrines. Albert Pike, Helena Blavatsky, Michael W. Ford, who's making the Luciferian Church very mainstream, and he's trying to open up Luciferian libraries. It'll be just the same as a Masonic library. They'll have books on theosophy. They'll have no true, outright truths in their lodges. These are white light Luciferians. Now, when you read the Bible, God says, "Let there be light." Well, what came before the light? A different kind of light? Or the opposite of light? Darkness. You can spend your whole life out in the sun, but if you never experience darkness, you can never find God. And finding God rests upon realization of the self. Realization of the self is the highest key to attaining these truths. The Satanist church, LaVey, has literally perverted and blasphemed the concept of the self and turned it into a materialistic, merely physical, I don't have the words right now. I'm really fucking tired, but LaVey took the spiritual and created a merely materialistic version of the self to be worshipped like a god. In the LaVeyan Bible, it talks about using your birthday as the most revered holiday. It's all self-worshipping materialism. He's a white light Satanist. They always say God is darkness. Well, what's wrong with that? Darkness is the foundation of light. You can't have light without darkness. Look at the moon and look at the full moon in the sky. That's the light that drives out the darkness. During the day, there's no darkness. In a way, the sun may just be an idea. The moon as well. And these tidbits of nature may just be reflections of ourselves and the processes of the human body. Please consider what I've said. If you like my videos, leave a like and subscribe. I will be dropping many more red pills later on. I haven't even really begun to elaborate on the nature of the universe, but I know God is everything, and God is also separate from everything, but he observes everything through the self while remaining separate from it, because God created the self. The Upanishads describe this relationship to the creation and the creator in a very vivid, colorful way. And I'm starting to gain a deeper appreciation for every religion. The problem with religion, though, is that it's imperfect. The self will filter out all the bullshit found in religion and will allow you to dictate the truth found in religion. I dare say that Crowley actually had some truths in his religion. It has esoteric and exoteric principles. Now, in Crowleyism, love is the law. And do what thou wilt is in accordance with the law of love. Now, maybe Crowley twisted it and made it about sex magic, but the underlying principle in those statements has a profound truth to it. And Crowley borrowed some of his concepts from Jesus. He borrowed some of the concepts from the Hindu texts. And I've only really studied Satanism, Christianity. I've done a little study on Islam. I'm reading the Hindu Vedic Upanishads right now. And I'm really interested in Native American spirituality, but I also want to take on learning some Buddhism. Each religion holds truths. This is undeniable. It's up to the self to filter out what is a lie and what is not. And with that, I bid you farewell. Thank you.